Detective hate, solving crime all the time. Round of applause. Welcome, everybody. I am your host, Detective H. Call me what you want. You can call me Mr. Hate if you want to. And internet people, this is the internet court of public opinion, where we surf the algorithm from platform to platform, seeing what's happening in these internet streets. Oh my gosh. And people, on today's stream, we shall investigate why does everybody hate the shade Borough. Yeah, people. So if you're new or existing to the channel, grand day to you. Whatever time zone you are located at, grand rising, grand afternoon, and grand evening. People, if you didn't know, I'm your unprofessional, verified internet shenanigans investigator. That also means I surf the algorithm from platform to platform, seeing what's happening in these internet streets. And people, when you come over to the internet court of public opinion, I want to make sure that you share your opinion, slide into the comments, share your opinion, and also remember, and always remember,
I'm the president, I'm the emperor, I'm the king. I'm Michael Jackson, you Tito.
Yeah.
Your ass belong to me.
Oh, yeah. Internet people, don't forget. Internet people, don't forget to hit that like, hit that subscribe, hit that follow, hit that share. My gosh, people, I'm the best thing going on. Make sure you
tell your friends about me.
Yeah. Oh. Inspector Hate. Solving crime. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. And people, before we begin, always remember there are 2 rules and 2 rules only on this channel. The first rule is do not piss off the host. My gosh, don't piss me off, man. We're here for entertainment, everyone. To share your opinion, and all creeds are welcome here. Black, white, Chinese, purple. Everybody is welcome. Slide into the comments and share your opinion. But anywho, don't forget, second rule, people. If in doubt, refer to the first rule. And if you do not understand the rules, people, slide into the comments like that and say, Detective H, I do not understand the rules. And people, guess what I'm gonna do? Give you a slap, ya. Slap some sense into your noggin, and I might get your jug, get you out of here. I get you out my court. My gosh. Okay. Okay, settle down. Settle down, everybody settle down. Once again, I am your host, Detective H, Detective Hate. Call me what you want to call me, people. This is the internet court of public opinion. And people, today's stream is Rage Against the Shade, people. Oh my god. Why does everybody hate the Shade Room? If you want to slide in, let me know. But people, my god, Shade Room went into dark mode the other day, people. They went private, people. Oh my gosh. Oh, people got the tea. Listen, yo. Okay, yeah, settle down. I got the tea on the table. The table holds the tea. When I pick up the tea, I drink the tea. And it's Yorkshire tea, everybody. Always the Yorkshire tea. Anywho. So, people, this is a freestyle stream. Off the top of my head, I've got my notes right here. But people, once again, we are investigating why does everybody hate the Shade Room. If you didn't know, last week, people, a professor named Jason Hardy committed the unthinkable, everybody. He was discovered unconscious in his home, everybody. During that time, the Shade Room came under fire, everybody. My gosh. And today's stream, we're gonna get into it right now. We're gonna, people, I'm gonna try and be very objective right here. We're gonna see what's going on, but we want to find out, why does everybody hate the Shade Room? Bloody hell, it's a long time coming. I've been hating them from day one. I've been hating the Shade Room from day one. I don't understand why everybody goes there, but I do understand it. I think the Shade Room just nonsense content, people, to be fair. But people, we living in a day and age where everybody loves themselves a bit of nonsense content, don't they? Don't they? They like a bit of nonsense, and Shade Room provides the nonsense content. Anywho, people, I got my notes. People, this is like a live recording right here, people. This is look at this is a live recording. This is like Friends. You're the live audience. I'll be there for you. You know what I mean? So we're gonna get into this, people. I'm gonna surf the timeline. I got things ready. I'm gonna surf the timeline. Guess what? I'm gonna record this as well, because I might clip it. I might chop it up, clip it, and feed the algorithm as well. You know what I mean? I need to get my watch time up. But we're gonna get into this. I got my notes. It's off top, but I've got my notes, people. So we're gonna get into some. I'm gonna do a little reading, people. I'm gonna do a little reading, and people, you know what? I'm gonna do. I'm gonna come back. I'm gonna come out the frame, and I'm gonna come back in the frame and pretend like I'm gonna go like this. All right, real talk, people. That's how I'm gonna begin. Or no, I'm gonna go, hello, internet people. My God, I'm gonna say something like that, okay, people? So everybody get into your goddamn places. We're gonna start bloody recording right now.
Do that again.
Go on, get in your place. Oh. Internet people, what is happening in these internet streets? And welcome to the stream, people. It's time for some serious talk, everybody. We got to talk about the heat the Shade Room has been catching the last few days over Jason Hardy, people. My gosh. People, a quick rundown if somehow you've missed it. So Jason Hardy was that Cambridge professor, youngest black one they had, people. My gosh, the white folk was like, oh my gosh, he's black and he's educated. My God, we didn't see nothing like this in the record of man. We ain't seen what? He can read? That was what the professors at the Cambridge people, he was like, what? He can read. My gosh, we must acquire him right now in our university. Anyway, I'm being a little bit silly, people. Let's get back to the reading. People, it was a big deal when he got the job a few years back. Then a few weeks later, everything blew up. Plagiarism claims, people. My gosh. People questioning parts of his life story. My word. For a whole lot. People, he resigns. And then on the 14th, he was found dead in Battersea. Oh, Jesus.
Jesus is Lord.
My gosh. Police said unexpected, not suspicious. Heavy stuff. Ooh. Whoa. Internet people. Now, the Shade Room. They were covering it heavy, people. Posting updates, sharing that Scorefriend video where the guy was like, nah, he wasn't a mute, he was a chatty patty. My gosh. Putting the story on promotional slides, basically helping it in people's face. Not helping it, keeping it in people's faces, people. Almost bloody fumble my words, people. My gosh, give me a slap to knock my senses back into my mind. Oh, go. Oh, almost fumbled my words. Basically, the Shade Room was 10 toes down in posting about the Jason RD coverage, everybody. My gosh. Then the second the news drops that he passed away, the comment sections went nuclear. People. It went nuclear. People, if you was on the timeline for the 2 days, my gosh, the timeline went berserk. People straight up was saying to the Shade Room, you have blood on your hands. You have blood on your hands, Shade Room. Not Shade Room, Shade Bloody Borough. People, I like to call it the Negro Borough. Everybody was saying on the timeline, you have blood on your hands. You helped bully him. Unfollow the Shade Room now. That's what everybody was saying on the timeline. You're black. But you're the Black Daily Mail. Ooh, people. Shame on you, Shade Room. That's what everybody was saying. Shame on you. One YouTuber dropped a whole video called The Shade Borough Exposed for Hate. Exposed for the hate towards Jason RD. Mike, you know what? Let me get a drink. Oh my God, let me get a drink.
Where's my yak? Oh.
Wet my whistle. I'm a bit dehydrated, people. My gosh, I'm back to normal now. Anyway, one YouTuber was calling at the Shade Room, exposing their hate toward Jason RD, calling them out for posting him constantly, and then having the nerve to post about his death. Folks claiming they lost thousands of followers in like half an hour, people. Hashtags flying around saying boycott the Shade Borough. I hate both Shade Borough and Shade Room. I hate them both. Hate both of those goddamn platforms. Hate them both. Nonsense content they post, but people like the fuckery. Ladies, excuse the French. Any who the chat on the timeline is divided. Some people are saying, Jason, he was a liar. He's a liar, black, and he lied. My God, he should be grateful that we gave him a goddamn job at Cambridge University. Goddamn grateful. Some other people on the time is saying there is no proof that he plagiarized his work. No proof as well. Where's the evidence? And if he did, is Cambridge that incompetent that they don't know if a piece of work is plagiarized? Why are they just employing people and they're not even checking their goddamn background? Don't make no goddamn sense, people. Make it make sense. Anyway, that's where we are right now. A man, right, left behind his wife and kids and family. The pressures of the media was way too much upon his head. There's people out here that have no mercy in his heart. There's like, huh? So? And there's others, the blacks, angry at the media and angry especially at the Shade Borough. My gosh, people, slide into the comments. Do you hate the Shade Borough? My gosh, let's get into this, people. Wow, gosh, that monologue was long, isn't it? You know, I think that was well. Some of it was freestyle. Some of it was my notes as well, people. You get what I'm saying? Some of it's freestyle. Some of it was my notes as well. But anyway, people, we're gonna slide onto the timeline. We're gonna slide on, get people got that right there. Everybody, don't forget to hit that like, hit that subscribe. My gosh, I would have covered this last week, but this happened the day after I just buried my last nana, people. My God, yeah. So I couldn't be bothered with this nonsense. To be fair, I wasn't gonna cover it at all. But you know what? The internet streets got it. I need to get my watch time up, man. You know what I mean? Might as well. Everybody's doing it. Might as well. Shit. I'm going to be a bit mature, though. Don't think. Gosh, I'm not bloody... You know, I'm not the Grinch. I'm going to be a bit mature about it as well. So, everybody, let's get into this. Let's get into this right now. Let's get into this. So, where should we start off, people? I'm going to start off with... Let's start off with this. Look at this right here. So I went back into the history on the timeline, everybody. So this is August the 6th. So look at this. Cambridge University professor Jason Arday, who is accused of plagiarism and lying about his allegedly esteemed career, resigned from prestigious UK school at its launch. As it launched an investigation into him, he insisted his resignation should not be taken for acceptance of narrative that should have surrounded me. So that's what this was posted up in August the 6th. This is a bit recent anyway. But anyway, we're going back on the timeline and we're seeing everything here. So what's this right here? Cambridge University just hired Jason Arday and celebrated him as the youngest professor in the school's history. He claimed to have run 30 marathons in 35 days on a broken leg, run 600 miles in 6 days on a treadmill, raised over £5.5 million for charity without naming a single donor, and appeared on TV documentary that aired 21 years before he was born. Cambridge has now admitted it never independently verified a single one of his claims before hiring him. Ohio State University says it has no record of visiting professorship he listed on his faculty page for Ardy, and Ardy resigned on August the 5th, 2026, hours after Cambridge opened a fresh plagiarism and credentials investigation. So these people, we going back into the timeline like we bloody Avengers looking for the goddamn Infinity Stones, everybody. I'm going back a bit. We're going back on the timeline and then we're going to come to the present day. Think of this as Back to the Future. We're jumping in the DeLorean and we're going back to the past. We need to go back to the past to go back to the future. You get what I'm saying? So I'm just giving you some context, everybody, leading up to the Shade Borough controversy. Just give you some context. This was posted by Dom Lecrae, some American geezer, people. Bloody hell. Anywho, people. So, So let's wait, actually let's see. I want to read what the Guardian had to say about these people. What had to say about this over at the bloody Guardian. So it says right here, Jason Arday, professor of Center of what? Jason Arday, professor at Center of Cambridge Plagiarism Row, found dead. Academic was announced dead at his home in South London after police called to address after 3 p.m. on Friday. So who wrote this right here? Who wrote this? Richard Adams and Vikram Dudd. Saturday the 15th August 2026, people. Have to state that right there because I'm being a bit mature. I gotta reference my work. This is not from my mouth, people. I'm just reading it. Don't get angry at me. I'm just facilitating the conversation. I'm facilitating the conversation so everybody can share their opinion about what we're talking about, people. And we're talking about rage against the media, rage against the shade. Why does everybody hate the shade borough? Slide into the comments and let me know, why does everybody hate the goddamn shade borough? People, I've been hating the goddamn shade borough from bloody... How long have they been going on for? Goddamn 10 years, people. 10 years. The Negroes, the UK Negroes have been following this bloody stupid platform, people. And now, unfortunately, the death of Jason Arday made... Basically, the death of Jason Arday have given UK blacks that nigger wake-up call, people. My gosh. Everybody's woke up and I was like, oh my god, this platform is not good for the culture. Everybody been sleeping. Shit. Anyway, I'm going off track, everybody. I'm going off track. So, again, let's read this from The Guardian. Jason Arday, the academic who resigned last week as a professor at the University of Cambridge, has been found dead at his home in South London. The Metropolitan Police said officers were called to Arday's address by the London Ambulance Service after 3 p.m. on Friday. A spokesperson for the Met said a 41-year-old man was pronounced dead at the scene. His next of kin have been informed and are being supported by officers. At this time, his death is being treated as unexpected, but is not believed to be suspicious. The case is being investigated by officers from the Met Central South Command Unit. A file will be prepared for the coroner, people. Let's read a bit more. The body was believed to be that of Arday. At this stage, police are understood not to believe anyone else who was involved in the death. London Ambulance Service was the first emergency service at the scene. The person discovered inside the home was found unresponsive. Arday's family said in a statement, Jason was subjected to a campaign of sustained abuse for more than 3 years since he accepted the role of professor at Cambridge University by those who would leave no stone unturned in their quest to undermine him. The campaign of misinformation was too much for Jason, who was a gentleman and who always wanted to see the best in everyone. We are in shock to have lost this amazing father, partner, brother, uncle, and son. We won't comment further at this point beyond asking the press to leave us alone now and to stop the campaign of harassment which has been waged against Jason and his family for too long. Ooh, people, my gosh. My lord, people. Let's look on the timeline. I got stuff about. I'm just trying to see where to jump to next. But you know what? I'm going to be reading I don't know how long this stream is gonna be, people, but I'm gonna be reading, and everybody. I'm gonna read all perspective, not one perspective. I'm gonna be reading from the left, reading from the right, and reading from the middle. We can do a little wiggle like that. Yeah. I'm in the business of being objective, people. You know what I mean? My gosh, anybody can slide into the chat, share their opinion on their thoughts on this so far. But the topic for the stream, people, is rage against the shade. Why does everybody hate the shade borough? So anywho, I'm gonna do a bit of freestyle right now, people. Again, I got my little notes, but I'm trying to inform everybody what's been happening on the timeline so far. So what I've been witnessing, I haven't been ingesting all this information because I got other things to take care of, people. You understand what I'm saying? I got other shit to do, but I've got time tonight to discuss this situation right here. Anywho, we have this professor right here, everybody. We have this professor. Claims are saying that when he was alive, they was claiming that he was a liar. He plagiarized his papers. He didn't belong in the shade room. Next minute, you know, he exited out of life, people. Left their family behind. Everybody's in pain. And the timeline erupted in anger, saying that the right was the ones that caused his death. The constant barrage of media keep constantly writing articles upon this man. Article after article after article. Excessive articles about who was this man? Is he a liar? All that, people. My gosh. Look at this right here. You know this man right here? This man right here, Prince Andrew, everyone. He's the Prince of England, everyone. He was exposed to be connected to the Epstein's files, everyone. People, not a word from everybody since. What has happened to all this Epstein files and Prince Andrew's involvement in all of this? And he's the representation of the Englishman, everyone. He could be the King of England. And the rumours are saying he went to an island filling with kiddies, everyone. I haven't seen one article since, everyone. Let's look further on the timeline, everyone. So, hold on, where should we go? So, people, Shade Borough was one of the media entities who was posting about Jason Hardy. But people, again, I don't go in the shade room, so I don't know, people. I don't know what was going on. But the internet streets was saying you're one of the culprits of posting the bullshit as well, Shade Borough. And when people start putting their foot on their necks, my gosh, people, they put their accounts on private. People, let's do a bit more investigation, my gosh. What a glorious time to hate on the Shade Borough, people. What a glorious time to hate on the Shade Borough. Gosh. Have a look at this right here. Have a look at this. We're over at, who's this? EDBD. Ah, no, it's some African name, people. I think it's, I can't pronounce it, but let's look at this right here. Let's look at this. Let's try to get the screen bigger. I get it like that. I'm going to stand over here by the tape. Don't forget, people got the tea on the table. The table holds the tea. When I pick up the tea, I drink the tea. Don't forget to hit that like, hit that sub, and hit that follow. Let's have a look at this right here.
Dear black
My gosh, people. My gosh. Let me see if the sound's working and all.
people,
Yeah.
I need your help.
Dear blacks of the United Kingdom, everyone. Are you black? Are you melanated with that magic? Are you white? Do you act black? Anyway, sorry. Everybody calm down. Calm down. Calm down. Okay, let's get back. The black man's talking. Everybody, the black man's talking. The black man, he said, dear black people. The black man's talking, everybody. He's talking. Hold on. Go.
Dear black people,
Yep.
I need your help. Why is it so important the Shea Borough be held to account for what they did to Professor Jason Arday? Because black people are often attacked in the media and they're found guilty long before they're given a chance to present the facts for themselves. Jason Arday was not allowed to defend himself. He was tried, he was convicted, and he was executed because of the media, specifically groups like the Shea Borough. Please unfollow them, find out which one of your contacts follows them and beg them. Unfollow, block, report.
People, do you follow the shade room? Unfollow the shade room? Come on, Charles. You understand? Come on, Charles. Hold up with the soundboard, man. You follow the shade room? Yes, Charles. Good one. Unfollow the shade room? Yep. And tell your friends to unfollow the shade room as well. Celebrate. Yeah, you should unfollow the shade room. God damn it. People, we're over at The Voice, everybody. The oldest black media platform in Great Britain. Do report black news. My gosh, people. Let me tell you a story. My grandfather used to buy the Voice newspaper every goddamn week, you know. Every week, and he used to torch. He used to make me read the Voice newspaper and the Gleaner, the Sun, the Mirror, the Daily Mail. My gosh, I had to read those papers every single day. That's why I'm well versed. I'm well spoken. Yeah, and I got the tea on the table. It's black people. The Voice is a black platform. Everybody remember that. I encourage all the blacks that live in Britain to head over to The Voice to be informed of your communities. You understand? You need to read this. It's important to support. Anyway, I'm being a bit silly. Anywho, let's read. Where we go? Let's go over here. What's this right here? So anyway, recently, Jason Arday supporters to gather at the Trafalgar Square visual. So a visual, is it visual? It's visual, innit? I'm pronouncing that right. God damn it. Got me pronouncing things wrong. What do you say?
Vigil.
Vigil, that's it, people. You gotta pronounce your stuff right, man. You know what I mean? Anyway, a vigil for former Cambridge professor Jason Arday will be held in Trafalgar Square on Monday. That's Monday gone, everybody. Monday evening, following the death of the 41-year-old academic amid danger over the treatment he faced before his death. Campaign group Stand Up to Racism has called the vigil at 6 p.m. on August the 17th. People, in the time of this recording, is August the 19th. But August the 17th, on the steps of the National Gallery, saying Arday had been subjected to a racist witch hunt. Wayman Bennett, co-convener of Stand Up to Racism, said Jason Arday's death is a tragedy But make no mistake, it was the result of racist witch hunts. For more than a week, the right-wing press, politicians, and the far right have hounded Jason with the most vicious racism. They are spreading the far right lie that black people are only appointed because of the color of our skin rather than our ability. They have blood on their hands. Our thoughts are with Jason's family, but we are furious with those who are to blame. Enough is enough. Okay then. So that's by The Voice. You know what? We're going to fly on the timeline. Let me see if I can find that video. Let me see if I can find it. Oh, here it is, anybody. So here it is. I gotta give you like some context, you know. Let's see what it is.
While those who loved him watched and warned and were not heard. They were so vicious that they attempted, and this is how while those who loved him watched.
That's the video. And let's see what the internet people had to say about this right here. Let's see what the internet people let's get the big screen up. Yep. I'm gonna put my table right here so everybody can see. Anyway, calm down, everybody, calm down. Yep, calm down. Anyway, let's look at this right here. So this one says, Last Prince of Moldova. I wondered if he faked his own death. Interesting. DEI lasso of mischief. I maintain that there are more decent people than there are dickheads in England. Might be a photo finish, but there's definitely more decent folk. Okay. Jason Edward, proof that if you are black, there's no limit to how many lies you can tell. Morons like this will still defend you. Don Solman, there was a white man at the same university accused of doing the same thing as the black man. He was found guilty and still allowed to keep his professor job. Interesting. But with the black man, he was attacked on abuse in the media. The racist media is responsible for his demise. Ooh. Jude Brown. I stand with everyone at this demo. Wrecks of prosecution, envy, racism, albism, sensationalism. It's lethal bullying, and I hope there's a proper inquiry. Doubt we get the truth, though. Rest in peace, Jason Ardy and David Kelly. My gosh, people. Let's see. Look at this. We got one from Ben. I note that you missed off Professor. Oh, it's getting a bit clever right there. Anyway, everybody, people, over at the Internet Court of Public Opinion, everybody gets their turn. Hate does not discriminate. Quadruple Professor Adonis C-Not. This one says, what a bunch of morons. Why would anyone support this lying, fraud, race grifter? God in history. If he was white, no one would give him monkeys. This one by Ding Dong. Those 1000s were seemingly busy when parents had to mourn their daughters who were victims of grooming gangs. Oh. John R., if this doesn't send a signal to those who keep us safe, I don't know what will. Anyway, what's the problem with these people from AD, everybody? Look at this. That dishonesty pays to reach the top of the social ladder. The more bullshit you tell, the more success you have in life. Therefore, you deserve to be celebrated as a hero. My gosh. People, let's continue, my gosh. We got a lot to get through to people. We got a lot to get through, man. We got a lot to get through, man. We're gonna be bouncing around the place. We're gonna be bouncing around the place. So let's look at this. This is the bouncer, people. The bouncer. I think he lives up in Dubai, people. Anyway, so I think these are the owners of the Shade Borough. Black people. Causing the discourse amongst blacks again. Anyway, let's look at this. God damn, I didn't put the sound on.
Will and Helena from the Shea Borough, these lot are poison. And the reason why I call them poison, what is it actually did they do for the black community? They're not spreading no awareness when it comes to racism, when it comes to real madness that's going on in the far right. Listen, they've lost 50,000 followers. That don't mean anything. I'm not here to tell anyone to unfollow the Shea Borough because we all like tea. I'm messy, but I stand up for myself. I stand up for what I feel is right. Now, there might be some things down the line that I take accountability for. Even looking at what's going on with Professor Dr. Jason Ardy, now you need to look at it and be like, raw, this is a wake-up call for everyone in this space. But the Shea Borough used to be on the payroll for fake pastors, like told.
God damn it. I heard they was linked up with bloody SPAC Nation. No. I don't go on the Shade Borough, so I don't know. I don't really consume what they post in their way. I'm not into all that nonsense. I'm not into people. I like to, every now and again, I would engage in the nonsense, but typically, nope. So, you know what I mean?
Obi, Spat Nation. We know Spat Nation is evil in our community. These people was on the payroll, monthly retainers. And you need to look at the people that are behind is actually funding the Shea Borough. Because when there's actually madness happening, when there's actually men putting hands on women online openly, the Shea Borough don't post this stuff. They don't post it. There's no awareness. When we're talking about madness, migration.
Internet people, can you confirm this? Slide in the comments and let me know. Do you hate the Shea Borough? Should the Shea Borough be boycotted? Is it good for the culture, everyone? That's what I want to know. I don't go on the Shea Borough. I don't follow their stuff. I don't follow their content anyway. They just post shit like everybody else. But the one question I have, who appointed the Shade Borough as the bloody voice of UK blacks, everyone? Just because it's got a large following. Let me know. Let me know.
Why don't they post madness? People like Tommy Robinson and people like all these enemies. They are enemies of man. They don't like man. They want man out of their country. Farage, Lowe, Rupert Lowe, all of these people. Why don't the Shea Borough have that angle, that narrative when it comes to attacking them? I know
people, as much most of you might not like the bouncer. People, I'm objective. I appreciate the bouncer, you know. As much you can say he's a snitch or a tattletale or whatever. I don't really care about all that stuff, to be fair. I bet you can't really name more than 10 or more than 5 platforms that's really doing the work that he's doing. Yeah, he might post the tea and the messy stuff that you may deem as messy, but he's probably one of few people that I know of on a regular that's really being posting about the shade room and other things that should be important, that you should pay attention to. You know what I mean? Bloody hell. Let's surf the internet. What's this right here? So this one says Shade Room, another bouncer, people. Let's bounce around. Let's go to Reddit, everybody. Let's go to the Reddit. People are bouncing around. People got the big screen up. So this Reddit was about 10 months ago, everybody. And it says right here, bouncer and the Shade Room. So what's it saying? It's saying, I'm just confused by it all, man. I agree that the page is negative and promotes a lot of one-sided narratives, but I have 3 questions. And people, here are the 3 questions. What does exposing their faces do? So if you didn't know, let me add a little context to that right there. So what he's talking about right there is some months ago, the bouncer exposed the Shade Borough, the people behind the Shade Borough, which were these people right here. Let me get your way. These people right here exposed his faces. They found out there's a black couple or something like that, and they're the ones that post the bullshit on the timeline. That's the context basically. So the first question is, what does exposing their faces do? What should the next move be now? What do you think will happen next? So this was 10 months ago. People, this was 10 months ago. I low-key think it's Sly Hot Car. I'm watching the bouncer video now and he's there talking about Aki or something like, I don't know. He goes, the drillers, they seen you now. Mad thing to be saying and angling on YouTube, in my opinion. Anywho, let's see what the people are saying about this anyway. So, Mother Storage, I will say this again. Shade Borough is a cesspool of negativity. My gosh. Beautiful Camel. So is Bouncer's platform, to be honest. What's positive about Bouncer's platform? He just sits around gossiping about people stirring the pot. He literally tried to make the Clue Reaps burner situation worse than it was. If you know, you know. Anywho, this one by Regular Bean, cause Shade Borough stir up a lot of hate. Nobody had a problem with UK Gossip TV because they never tried to hide behind I'm only posting news. Oh. Where was I? Lost myself. It was a gossip page. Same with Fashion Concept right there. Fashion Concepts. I don't like them either, but nobody really gets onto them because they don't hide their real agenda. Shade Borough purposely display one-sided narratives and then carry on if nothing happened. They expose shit about you that there was no need to, or something that you should at least have the decency to ask somebody if it's okay to post or not. They push hate and just want people arguing in the comments. Yeah, controversy sells, but at least stand what your intentions are. Whoa. The main objective is to cause controversy. If they believe they are doing nothing wrong, then they shouldn't have a problem with their faces and names being public. People, do you agree? What's your opinion? Slide in and let me know. Slide in and let me know. People, let's surf the timeline. Let's see what else has been going on. So look at this right here.
Has put their account.
What's this right here? Look at this. I'm gonna go like, oh.
Shade Borough has put their account on private. A public media company has gone private. Keep up the work. Keep on following. Show them we stick with Jason all day. Shade Borough has...
Jason, people, oh my God. Everybody's having an exodus. My gosh. Exodus. Freedom of Jerry. Freedom of the people. Is it freedom of your people? Freedom of your people. I can't remember now. Can't remember. Anyway, what we got over here. So this we over at Jess B. Honest, people. There you go, Jess B. Honest. Give this lady a round of applause. Again, people, I am your host, Bad Guy the Entertainer, aka Mr. Hate. Call me what you want to call me. And we are discussing the rage against the media, the rage against the Shade people. Why does everybody hate the Shade Room? I've been hated on them from the first day, everybody. From the first day. So over here at the Shade, so this is Just Be Honest, the Shade Borough, Elaine the Pain Bouncer, who is really for the people. This is like 15 minutes long, man. Okay, let's listen to this.
First and foremost, I'd like to send my condolences to Jason Arday's family and friends. Rest in peace, Jason Arday.
Yep.
This isn't good. It isn't. Now, this is going to be a long POV because there's a lot to unpack. There's a lot that needs to be said, so just buckle up. But before I get into the individuals, I want to say this. Did we not learn anything from Caroline Flack? Remember her? What about Jade Goody, Liam Payne, even Amy Winehouse?
Oh yeah, people who remembers the Jay Goody. Let me tell you something. This is going. This is off top right about now. So if you remember watching, who remembers watching Jay Goody in Big Brother? Everybody. Who remembers? I remember this like it was yesterday. So, not to sound insensitive, what's happened to Jason Ade? Is it Ade? I keep on saying Ade. What happened to him ain't new to the UK, everybody. Because the media do it to the own, yeah, they do it to black folks, people, but they do it to the white folks as well, you know. So let's go back into the DeLorean. Let's go back in time. So Jade Goody now. I'll show ya. And what was the name? Jade Goody. I can't remember how she got famous now. But anyway, Jade Goody now, she went to the Big Brother. I can't remember what season of Big Brother it was. And there was this Indian girl. What's the Indian girl? Shilpa Shetty. Yeah, you remember Shilpa Shetty, everybody? Shilpa Shetty. Shilpa Shetty, something like that. If I get your name wrong.
I don't give a fuck.
Any, sit down. Sit down, man. Anyway, she must have said in the Big Brother house. She must have said, "Was it Shilpa Papadam?" People, you remembers that? I remember it. People. I'm not even like people. I don't have no notes on this. This is off my memory. But I remember watching this because I watched that. Was that the one with Corleone? I don't think so. But it was Shilpa Shetty and Jay Goody. And Jay Goody just did not like Shilpa Shetty. And one day she called her Shilpa Papadan and kept on saying it. And the media was like, oh my gosh, she's a racist. You remembers that? Oh my God. Was it like, I just remember when she come out the Big Brother house, it was article upon article. The media kept their foot on Jay Goody's neck until the point she got bloody cancer. As soon as she got cancer, people, their tune changed, everybody. The tune changed. They was like, oh my God, this mother, she got killed now. Oh my God. Who remembers that? And then she died, and it was like, oh my Jay Goody, we must remember her and all this and that. That's how, my gosh, it's a cold-blooded world, people. The media is cold-blooded. My gosh. Anyway, let's get back to Jespy.
Not all of those people that I mentioned on that list died from the abuse they received of the internet. But I can tell you, it is a contributing factor.
Yeah.
We've watched people become public entertainment. We've watched the media tear them apart, watched the public turn on them, and then...
Like Amy Winehouse, you got your Michael Jackson. My gosh. They build you up and they tear you down.
Everyone,
it's a cold-blooded world, people.
Suddenly,
but you have to be 10 toes down and never fold. Nope. These are the trials and tribulations of life, man.
Become sympathetic once the damage has been done.
Yep.
And yet, here we are again. Instagram and TikTok have taken public execution to a next level. Everyone has a platform, everyone has an opinion, everybody thinks they're the investigative journalist.
People, I'm your unprofessional investigative journalist. Yeah. Yeah. I'm out here in these internet streets. Gotta get my content up, man.
Everyone thinks that they're a detective and they've got the best advice. Everyone thinks they're entitled to put someone on trial. And because these platforms reward outrage, controversy, the more inflammatory you are, the more attention you get.
If it bleeds, it leads. My gosh.
So I have a few social media creators and platforms that I'd like to discuss because, quite frankly, I don't think some of you understand what you are participating in. Enemy of progress. Number 1, the Shade Borough. If anyone should be cancelled, let's start here.
Whoa, people. Should the Shade Borough be cancelled? Slide in the comments and let me know. My gosh, what a wonderful day to hate on the Shade Borough. My gosh. Don't forget to hit that like, hit that sub. Show me some love. I am your host, Detective H. Detective Hate. Call me what you want to call me, people. And this is the Internet Court of Public Opinion, where I facilitate the conversation for you to share your opinion. At the moment, people, we are over at Just Be Honest YouTube. Go over there like that. I'm going to like it, man. Show us some love.
Platform
Go on, Bab.
has an enormous following and plays a huge role in informing the masses about what's happening within our community.
Yeah.
And that's exactly why I have a problem with it. Because when you have that kind of reach, you have a responsibility. The Shade Borough's content is often extremely...
Does the Shade Borough have a responsibility, everybody? Should they be mindful about the content that they post up, everybody? That's a question. I'm always asking, like, who appointed... Is it just because they got, like, a mass following and they post a lot of black stuff? They just automatically been appointed that this is the black media that should govern black people. I think you just watch what you want to watch, people. Black, white, Indian, Aztec. I don't know. Watch what you want to watch. And I also believe that you can post whatever you want to post. You understand? We're not living in the TV times where we're stuck with 1 to 5 and you're only programmed to watch a particular show or a particular program. We're living in the times where everybody and anybody, you can watch whatever you want to watch. So you don't have to follow the Shade Room for anything, to be fair. But why has people like automatically just giving them so much like authority, giving this like authority figure just because they had like 900,000 followers? They're popular, yeah. But to me, they're just another platform. They're out here making money, and people, capitalism has no moral base. If you agree with that, then you shouldn't be that mad at the Shade Room. They doing what they're doing to get this money to pay their bills. I never looked at the Shade Room as a platform as the activists or anything like that. I just see them as an entertainment platform, people. That's what they do, right? Just post up entertainment. They post up the tea, get people all go, ooh. Get the ladies curling their toes. Anyway, I'm rambling, I'm waffling.
Controversial, and in my opinion, sometimes presented in a way that can be leading or misleading. Because
People, there's way worse platforms on the goddamn timeline. I tell you that. My God, you think Shade Room is bad? Maybe because it's on the Instagram, but you come over to Twitter X, my lord. Twitter X is the place to be. There's way worse platforms in the Shade Room. Anyway, continue.
everybody wants to be first. First to break the story, first to get the comments going, first to get views, but being
I think that's another thing about journalism now. Today's journalism and today's... I don't feel like people even do journalism. Does people even read websites? I know people don't read websites, people. I know this to be true. I know this to be a fact. People don't really read websites. People skim information nowadays. That's why kids are leaving school unable to read. Tell me if I'm wrong. You know what I mean? What was my point in saying that now? My point was, what the hell was she saying?
first to break
That's
the
usually, yeah, like nowadays, when it comes to media, it's not even about the quality of the information that you present to the people. It's just about who's got the best hook, who can keep the retention of the audience, and who can get you out fast. So what she's saying right there is, to me, to be facts, people. People just want want to be the first one and have the highest engagement and the highest views and all of that, people. That's the game that we're playing. Because don't forget, these newspapers, that they are competing with the people on the internet. That's why I think I'm gonna assume that's one of the reasons why they created so many articles on Jason Arday. It's because they gotta compete with the internet. Ain't nobody reading newspapers nowadays. You crazy. That's why they're online trying to compete, man. Trying to compete with people like the Shade Room, the Shade Borough. What else? Bloody Academics TV and all that shit right there. Anyway, let's move on, everybody. That's Just Be Honest. Go check out that. Unless you want me to continue. Again, people, I am your host, Bad Guy No, not bad. I'm Detective Ace. You can call me Bad Guy the Entertainer. You can call me Detective Hate, Detective H. People, this stream, the topic for this stream tonight is rage against the media, rage against the shade. Why does everybody hate the Shade Room? Do you hate the Shade Room? If you hate the Shade Room, slide in. If you didn't know, people, this professor right here, Jason Arday, was resigned from his position in Cambridge University to claims of alleged claims of him being a plagiarist, a liar. The other side of the internet saying these claims weren't proven to be true. But unfortunately, people, allegedly he had taken his own life, leaving his family behind, wife and children, kids, siblings. The family was warning people, everybody was warned that he wasn't in the right mental state because of the barrage of articles being written about him. And internet people, today, this stream right here, we just investigating, we are just surfing the timeline from platform to platform, just piecing it together. I'm not really here to give my opinion on the Jason situation. I'm here to give my opinion on the Shade Borough situation. Why does everybody hate them? The internet saying that the Shade Borough represents the black people of the UK. And we must boycott them because they contributed to the demise of Jason Arday. Is it Arday? When he was alive, people, this is what they posted right here. Former classmate challenges Jason Adair's claim he didn't speak until age 11. He was a chatty patty. Let's look at this right here. Go.
Jason Arday, you know. Ah, man, he's moving wild. Listen, I knew it was a joke thing, and I knew it was fraud from man said he was a mute. What do you mean, bro? I went to school with you, bro. I was in primary school with you. You and my brethren Nibs, class clowns, chatty patty, all the time, bro. What do you mean you was a mute? Listen, I knew it was a joke thing, you get me? The R days. This is what we used to call them, the R days. That man used to be like Michael Jackson and that. The mum, the dad, and his brother Joseph. They all had mini afros. All of them, bro. When I saw him in the picture and I saw long dreads look like extension tats, I was thinking, who's this? But yeah, bro. It's bait. You should have known it was going to be peak for you, bro. You should have known they were going to dig up. No one don't want to see you in that position.
Boy, man.
Joke, man. This got us looking mad now.
You know what's crazy? My gosh, I'm glad I didn't make a video like this. You would be, you know what I mean? My gosh. If I made a video like this, and the next minute you know, the man that you're talking about exited from this life, my gosh, I'll be full of regret. That's just me personally. I don't know about you. Some people just don't give a F. You know what I mean? That's how human you are. When you just don't give a F, that's how human you are. That's what I'm saying. Let's see this out.
So we got some people upset because I'm laughing. This is funny. This is funny, bro. Man was a mute the whole time I knew him. So what are you telling me? I had no conversations. None. Listen, all these people saying, is this even real? Is this truth? Where was you before? Not everyone is on social media. Not everyone's life is social media. Yeah, when this Don got his role, man we're on social like that. And even people that know him and went to school with him as well, they don't really do socials like that. Do you get me? So I thought, yeah, I just read through the thing. I saw him, I laughed. When I saw the dreads and all of that, I laughed. Because that was a joke to me. I remember him with the little baby joint. Yeah? But when I saw it and then I saw the little write-up, a man tried to say he was, whether it's non-verbal, mute, whatever you don't want to call it, the brother was chatting. The brother was chatting. Yeah, all the time. And I didn't just go to school with him.
So the question is he a liar or is he telling the truth? Does it really matter now? At this point, it don't really matter, to be fair. To me, it don't really matter. It don't really matter. It's a shame that
I went Sunday school with him as well.
you see
And
these
if you go
people.
Sunday school,
Yeah,
you
we
get to
let.
go to
Yeah,
the
but he's making the video, so I want to watch. I want to hear what he's saying.
clubs, the Tuesday or the Thursday. In the week after school, you would go club, you know, play a little.
God damn it!
pinball,
Is it
kickball.
freezing?
The tuck shop was there.
Hold on, people. Give me a sec, people, for it to unfreeze. Give me a sec. Give me a sec. Stay tuned, everyone. I think it's is it I think it's I think it's good now, people. I think it's good now. I think it's good now. Yeah, it's good now. I gotta check people. I gotta check it on another device to make sure everything's syncing good. You get what I'm saying? Too much shit was overloaded. That's why. I want to mess up the stream. I don't know how far back it was. Because after, you know what I mean? Bloody yeah, sometimes I got so much. Anyway, people, let's get back to this. Let's get back to this. Let's get back to this. What you saying? So
I went Sunday school with him as well. And you know, if you go Sunday school, you get to go to the clubs.
yeah.
The Tuesday or the Thursday. In the week after school, you would go club, you know, play a little ping pong, kickball. The tuck shop was there, all of that. Them man were there, yeah? Listen, them man were there, and we would jump in the same van to travel down to Sunday school, yeah? Them man would be in the van with my brethren Nibs, you know, talking about my baby all gone. And then Jason be on the back end. You make it all gone. Look, it's all gone. Bruh, you know when that tune was out, the baby all gone thing, and it was the same era, and this is the type of plonker the brother was, yeah? So I can laugh at the Don.
Yeah.
I knew him. I don't care what any of you don't want to said. He went Heathbrook Primary School, yeah? And he went there the whole time I was there. I got a cousin in his class. My brethren was in his class. I know people. I went Sunday.
Okay, people. Okay, people.
And they
I'm
know-
being objective. Everybody's gonna have their say, people. I'm reading everything from both sides. If you agree, disagree, if you hate, if you love, everybody's gonna get a little chance right here. So again, once again, people, this is the man. So it says right here, the Shade Borough, everyone. A man who says he went to primary school with former Cambridge University professor Jason Arday has challenged his claim he didn't speak until he was 11. The TikTok creator describes him as a class clown and a chatty patty, and shared times he said the pair shared together. Arday became the youngest black professor at Cambridge University in 2023. Since then, several media outlets have reported claims that he plagiarized his work, prompting him to resign. So let's look at this one right here.
And I still know people that went to the school and they know him, bro. Stop trying to act like I'm on here to get some sort of clout for the brother. That's done. In my opinion, he's ruined it for other men that look like us to come through where he went through now. Do you know how long it's gonna take for next man to be, or a woman even, yeah, of my skin to be a professor up in them places there? Allow me, because allow me.
Interesting, people. Interesting. How long was it take for another black to be a professor? Everybody, you want to slide in? You want to have a guess? 10 years, 100 years, maybe 1,000 years. My gosh. My gosh. Hold on, everyone. Let me get back into this. Oh. So this is what they posted up, people. Shade Borough. Cambridge professor Jason Arday resigns amid accusations of plagiarism. In a statement, Arday said that the relentless accusations, speculation, and public commentary have taken a profound toll on me and those I love. It's very sad. If you have no heart, you won't find it sad. You know what I mean? Where else shall we go, people? Where else shall we go? People, we got this right here. Who's this now? We got Fly Girl, Jason Arday, the Shade Borough, and the creators face backlash. Let's have a look at this.
Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So I felt very compelled to do this video because it's very clear that people were doing videos leading up to Professor Arday's death, right?
Yep.
Sadly, he's passed away. Once again, I want to say rest in peace and rest in power to him. I've been making multiple videos spreading awareness regarding different matters and exploring different perspectives because I feel there's a lot to look at and this 100% could have been prevented. Now you may be thinking, what is the thumbnail about? But it's regarding two people on social media that I want to use as examples.
Okay, okay. Let's skip ahead. So let's see what this is. Elaine the Pain. Let's see why Elaine the Pain. How long? My gosh, Elaine the Pain taking 80% of the goddamn video, people. I just want to hear what you guys say about this, and then we're gonna surf the timeline again.
And cuss and create and bun out the white media, which I'm sure is predictable. But I want to offer a different perspective.
Yeah.
Jason's passing has really rocked me to the core, and I am actually speechless. And it's made me think about how the white media treats black people and how vicious and unforgiving they are when it comes to us. Now, we don't know the cause of Jason's death, and I'm not going to publicly speculate on that.
My God, people. I ain't got time for, you know what? Let's move on.
Yes, I used to work.
Let's go over here. So, people, all this is about the Shade Borough. Why does everybody hate the Shade Borough? And you know what? Let's look at this, people. We're going to go on the timeline right about now. I'm going to read some Shade Borough hate. Your hate fuels me. Ooh. Ooh, I'm getting powerful. Getting powerful. My gosh. Shade Borough hate, everybody. So let's have a look. So we got this one right here. Actually, let's read some hate first. So it says here, wow, Shade Borough has lost a lot of followers. Finally, people standing on business. Anyway, Sid, this should have been the journalism that was done when Jason was alive. Instead of listening to Shade Borough, Bouncer, and TikTokers that just speak on things for clicks and views. Also, the subpar black journalists who only write circular pieces. So what's this right here?
Sort of thing. Now, our day was special. The reason our day is getting a lot of attention is he took the plagiarism, which is fairly common in academia, too far. And he told these.
So let's add some context. So who's this? Nathan Kofnas, who broke the story about Jason Arday. He says Arday gave him the chance for a story to retaliate to being fired and start a revolution against black people in academia. After the revolution, I'll be the head of the depth of eugenics and race science at Harvard. What?
Crazy lies about his personal life. And he had such an exalted position that the mismatch between the quality and the prestige was so enormous that there was a hook for a story. That was what was special about him. Not that he's a fraud, not that he's a worthless scholar. It's that there was a story. There was a basis for a news story that would capture people's attention. But, there are so many cases of people who are just like Arday, but, there isn't that kind of story potential. Well, maybe the lesson is this: what's happened if you don't give Kofnas a job, right?
Interesting, people. Interesting. What's your thoughts on that right there? Anywho, what's it say down here? So let's read what people are saying, because I'm gonna read out everybody can get exposed. Anyway, Jesus Christ, any cunt claiming there was no racism behind all this can get to fuck. Even before seeing this video or knowing who was behind the story, the racism was more glaring than the fucking sun. That was loose right there. My gosh. We got one from Gavin Johnson. He posted up something. David Hondayen. I know. Cambridge is going to do exactly what it did to me 3 years ago. Use the supercilious, infuriating passive-aggressive British silence to distance itself from a public ritual lynching that it enabled and helped along. Jason Arday was cleared of plagiarism allegations, by the way. His dissertation was reviewed by LJMU and he was found to have misattributed a single sentence out of 146,000 words, misattributed, not copied, meaning he actually credited that sentence to a source, but it was a secondary source instead of primary source. A disgruntled racist with an agenda seized on that one sentence of wrongly attributed text in a 401 page dissertation, and the entire UK academic community and media jumped on it, just like they did with Onyeka and I in 2023. And what Cambridge did back then, instead of backing me against the silly allegations of how can I can't even pronounce them? Misogynistic, bloody hell, people. You know, I need a liquor drink, man. Misogynistic, Jesus. Misogynistic comments at my book launch. Comments that are still yet to be identified 3 years later was to write me a letter telling me to stay away from campus and use my affiliation sparingly. My gosh, it was precisely because of this stupid letter that I put 2023 James Corey Fellow, Cambridge Uni on my bio. I'm doing the exact opposite of what they wanted. I dare them to come out and say anything about it. My lord, people, there you go. Why do blacks want to get into these white uppity universities anyway? That's the question. Why do you care so much of being in that position in England? Should build your own, right? Have your own academia. Why can't blacks have their own universities? No whites allowed. You have to be black and brown. Will white people be okay with that though? Is it better off everyone being segregated? Just questions, people, just questions in my mind, just asking questions. Just asking questions. What else can we look at? Let's look at this. So, ex-employee of Shade Borough speaks. So this is like, I think it was a few months ago. Let's look at this.
For the Shade Borough, I joined their team in 2023 and then they sacked me. And this is my story time. But yeah, in 2023,
everyone's got the tea, man.
In my hobby, and we were like, Shade
Everyone's got the tea, man. Everyone got the tea.
Borough. And I was like, but babe, I've always wanted to get in there and change the narrative because I think they're so negative. So I remember starting in August 2023 and I was on a 6-month probation. Now, when I started, I was like, yes, this is my time to shine. And they'd given me the role as chief editor. So there was 2 of us, and essentially how it works is when you're on shift, you have writers that work for you and you kind of like tell them what to write or what to post, what kind of like things to write up, and then you edit and post it onto the page.
Yeah.
And my job role was also to be in charge of the website, which they had just launched. So when I was on shift, I'd always like send like positive things to the team.
So this lady right here was on a 6 months probation as chief editor, and she had writers underneath her people. And she wanted to change the narrative. She wanted to change that. She had ambitions to change the perspective of the Shade Borough. I'll call it the Negro Borough, people. Continue.
I think we should post this. I think this would be really good, where everybody would just shut me down. Everyone would just shut me down. It's like my ideas were just rubbish. On the website, I was writing articles. I remember one that I
You know what? Hold on. On the website, I didn't even know that. The bloody, let's look at the shades. Let's look at this website. So let's see what they're posting up on their website. So they got a burger right here, restaurant. Nope, I'm not subscribing, you bitch. News, culture, celebrity, sports, people. Let's look. I'm looking. So let's look at the news. London. So we got that right there. Let's read about what they said about. What the hell, man? So former Cambridge professor Jason Arday found dead at 41. This was posted on the 14th, people. So Arday was found unresponsive and addressed in Battersea, South London on Friday afternoon. The Metropolitan Police confirmed that 41-year-old man had been pronounced dead at the scene after officers were called to the property. His death is currently being treated as unexpected, but police have said they do not believe it was suspicious. His next of kin have been informed and are being supported by officers with a file of being prepared for the coroner. Okay, then I'm reading all of this. Hold on. I wonder how many articles they read about him. Let's see. God damn it. I hate all these goddamn bloody pop-ups, man. These ads. God, make me sick. Let's see. Well, I can't even find one article, people. They took all that shit off their website, I think. But you got this lying bitch. Who remembers this lying bitch right here? Victoria Everest. Lying ass bitch. And I say bitch, well, I say bitch disrespectfully because she's a liar. She lied about a man raping her, people. I should make a video on that. On God, I literally just point in. Hold on. All the articles are gone. Okay, then. Interesting. What's Culture saying? They got Dr. Umar on there. The post about Jessie J, Potter Paper. Okay, they got all that stuff right there. The reason why you gotta post the madness, because the madness is what makes the money, man. It's what makes its money. Anyway, what else have we got? Let's look at this. The Shade Borough exposed for hate towards Jason Arday. Let's look at this one right here.
We supersede skill because it's immeasurable.
Oh, then we're gonna look at this. Then we're gonna look on the timeline again. Come on, this is Bouncer. Goddamn, he's on mute.
Carefully, listen to this very carefully.
What is your message to black children who are told that they can't do something?
Will always supersede skill because it's immeasurable. But apart from anything else, you must always believe that you can do something great, and hope springs eternal. And belief is everything. You have to believe you can do that. And surrounding yourself with the really positive people and good people, and repetition to hear those messages over and over again was really the catalyst of kind of developing that way of thinking and visualizing it, manifesting it, speaking it into existence, and always speak good of people. You've got nothing nice to say, don't say anything at all. Speak good of people, because when you speak bad, all of that takes away from whatever good may be coming to you. So always have a good thoughts, good deeds, good heart, and think about people in the best way possible.
You know what's crazy? Everybody like treating him like he was a goddamn pedophile, people. Like the hate that people have for him. They don't even have the same hate for the goddamn Prince of... what's his bloody face? Where is he? You don't even have the same hate for Prince Andrew, people. Ain't that crazy? That's insane, people. We still don't know who got arrested from the Epstein files, We still don't know who's connected, but we bloody know that this one is, people. The level that. Anyway, where was it now?
The British press,
Yeah.
unsurprisingly, have such a big hand in what's happened to Professor Jason Arday. But it's to be expected. They hound black people until they unalive themselves. That's their entire aim. White racists, what do you expect? But the black community are partly to blame for this. I spent the past week watching platforms like the Shea Borough post this man every 7 seconds and give people a platform to tear him down like he was a criminal. I watched old school friends come online and laugh at his downfall. I watched black academics throw him under the bus because he was no longer your golden representative. And I don't know why one man's representing an entire group of people.
Yeah, why? And that goes to that same question goes towards Shea Borough. Why is Shea Borough become this thing where it represents the whole goddamn race of black people? You know what I mean? Again, I just said that they're just an entertainment platform. They do what they need to do to get this skrilla, to get that media, to get that paper. They need to do what they need to do to pay their bills and look after the people within their realm and pay their staff and all of that. But I never looked at the Shade Borough as some activist group for black people. No.
But I watched you all play a part in tearing this man down.
Okay.
And I'm no judge or jury, but it was abhorrent because for some reason people feel like you're only a part of a community where things are all good. No, you're part of a community when it's good, when it's bad, when it's difficult. And it should never have gotten this far, to the point where this man felt like he couldn't exist in this world.
I think, you know what else? I think people need to spend more time off the goddamn internet. I told you the internet is a hateful place. And not to make light out of the situation of Jason Arday, but it's the internet. The internet's one of those places that if you can't handle it, you might find yourself in a Jason Arday situation because you're consuming all the negative information. You're ingesting too much of the bullshit. You have to just turn off your phone and start reading the comments. Don't read the negative comments. Come off social media. You just need your phone to call your people, maybe do a bit of banking. You don't need to do anything else. Get a peace of mind. But I think we're so digitally addicted that we can't tear ourselves away from the internet, from social media. We want to know what's going on. We want to know what everybody thinks of us. You know what I mean? It shouldn't get to the point where the pressure is so much on your mind, you're contemplating of exiting from this life. You understand? If it gets to that point, it means that you should spend less time off the internet. And once you do that, once you delete your apps, your Instagram or your Twitter or whatever, try it for 1 month if you can. You will see the change in your moods. It probably force you to talk. Remember COVID times. COVID times, you know what? COVID times was a gift and a curse for some people. It was good and not so good for some people. It was good in the sense that it forced you to communicate with your family. It forced you to communicate with the people that you was living in. Some people found that the people that was living with, they found that we don't really know each other. Some people discovered that the people that were living with are actually good people, fun. You find the more you communicate, the COVID times force you to communicate with your mom, with your dad, with your siblings, with your friends. It forced you to call your friend and find out what's going on over at their end if they needed any help. That was the time where people really helped one another because you were stuck in two locations in between your house or the designated house. You get what I'm saying? But anyway, let's continue.
And I hope we can all reflect on our conduct and behaviour. I'm embarrassed.
Okay, let's continue. What else is going on? What I wanted to do was look on the timeline. So this right here, this is James O'Brien, the LBC radio host who built a career mocking conservatives and calling everyone a racist. Just admitted on air he feels like a mug after spending months defending Jason Arday, Cambridge University youngest ever black. Oh, let's see what he's saying.
I feel like. What's your takeaway here? Because mine is very, very personal. I can't separate the personal from the public. I feel like a mug. Actually, is the short answer. I don't feel guilt. I don't feel, oh, you should have done differently or you should have done better, because, I mean, who would? Who would meet a Cambridge professor and immediately start thinking, God, I wonder whether you actually...
So don't forget, this was August the 8th, people. And Jason Arday, sadly, allegedly exited on August the 14th.
Deserve to be I certainly wouldn't do that. If I was a racist and I met a black Cambridge professor, then I probably would find myself thinking, yeah, really, black guy, professor, I don't think, but I'm not a racist, so it didn't cross my mind. But it's more the personal contact that I've had with him subsequently that makes me feel like a mug. The fact that he thought I was someone that he might be able to persuade.
So I wonder what he thinks now. Oh, it'd be interesting. Let's see. I want to see what he thinks now, the LBC. I wonder what they're saying now. Are they even on Twitter? Here it is. So here it is now. And let me look. Oh, we're going to find this, you know. We're going to take our time, people. We're going to take our time. Maybe that was it. Maybe I'm going to go back. But people, this live stream is about why does everybody hate the Shade Borough? So 18th. I'm just going down the timeline, see what's going on. God damn it. Hold on.
Signed all the times. In recent years,
Look at this. Okay, let's see. It says right here, you deserve better. Caller Dean delivers an emotional tribute to Professor Arday. I wonder if there's... This is...
I know that anything...
This is
I'm a
this.
black woman, James.
Yes.
Right? And I know that anything that we do, we always have to do it 200% as opposed to 100%. Right? This is ingrained in me. We are well aware of that. But, you know, whenever I speak to my kids, whenever I've spoken to my children, I've always said to them while growing up, you know, you never, you'll put this aside. You know, you speak to people and live with people and deal with people in the way that you would like to be dealt with. But I am sad to say that at this age that I am now, that I'm going to go to my own grave.
Oh, Helen.
Still knowing, hearing and feeling that there is racism. My God. The man was alive on Friday and is dead. He's dead. He cannot be brought back. Do people really understand that?
My gosh. Anyway, people. Anyway, let's see. I'm just to see what we cover. So Shade Borough again, people. They put their account on private. They couldn't take it no more. They couldn't take it no more, man. Spit on their bloody logo. I hate shit like that. People, the only time, listen to this, the only time that I block people is really on YouTube. Only because I have little kids that come onto my YouTube live when I'm playing games, when I play my when I'm on my gaming channel, or if I'm on the main channel. I do have kids from around the world that come and sit with me on my live, man. My God. And I make sure I tell them, go tell your mum and dad you're watching this, because I might be swearing and you shouldn't be listening to what I'm saying, but I can't remember my whole point now. But anywho, but my point was, the only time is I will block a weirdo on my YouTube channel because I'm protecting them. I don't want the kids to see the weirdness when they're there watching to have fun. You understand what I'm saying? So on YouTube, I block them. But when it comes to everywhere else, like Twitter, nah, I don't block nobody. I don't block nobody at all. I don't block nobody. I'm not. Anywho, and let's go on the timeline, people. Let's read. Where's my? Oh, here it is. This is what we're looking at. So people, that we're gonna read some goddamn, see what the internet people are saying about the Shade Borough. Why do you hate the Shade Borough one? My gosh. So it says right here, Shade Borough is one. This is by the Image God. Shade Borough is one thing, but I don't care what you got going on. But being a grown man or woman and writing active in bouncers Insta comments is honestly embarrassing and low T. We got this one. What? Ginny? Was it Giniwa? Guinea? Oh no, I think I pronounced that right. Wrong. We need to kill the Shade Borough once and for all. Disgusting page. My gosh. Even the Shade Borough was on some fuck shit. Constantly using his pictures in carousels for 6 days, even when their story didn't cover anything to do with him. Now that he's passed on, they issued a very stupid statement. Let's look at this. What's this right here? Okay. This is one Sinai Fleely. It's Fleely. Anyway, I'm very curious to know who owns the Shade Borough. These people, yeah. These blacks. These are the blacks right there. Pointing them out. Pointing at the blacks. Because the amount of toxic and negative posts they share about black community is a disgrace. My God. 1 minute they post disclaimers saying they don't support bullying, but we'll post so much negativity about people quarter of a time. Well, 1/3 of a time. Anyway, let's go. This is one by the strength and power of Shade Borough as a platform of the people who follow it and engage with its content. If people were genuinely outraged, they would unfollow and block the platform in large numbers. Oh my God. This one says, by self, I hate the Shade Borough with everything in me. Oh, I feel it so fair. I feel your hate flowing through my veins. Oh my God. Yeah, so she said, I hate the Shade Borough with everything in me. I can't wait for their downfall. Them and the people that follow and interact with their content are the most bottom barrel of people to exist. Yuck, my gosh. This one can either social media has blood on its hands, and in terms of our community, them blog pages like Shade Borough equally have blood on their hands, but no one will care after tomorrow, and they will keep posting like a wife hasn't lost her husband and them kids ain't lost their dad. Rest in peace, Jason Arde. We got one from Dr. Ruby. I have yet to understand why nearly 1 million people follow Shade Borough. I can answer to that right now because we love the fuckery. Excuse my French, madame. Excuse my French. People like the F-cray. People like the bullshit. The bullshit is what entertains. You know what I mean? What's that saying? Why was it why know the truth when the lie is more entertaining? Something like that. It is one thing to enjoy gossip, it is another thing to enjoy it when it is always cruel and demeaning. That could go for every platform, to be fair. But then again, why has Shade Borough been held to such a high standard amongst the blacks people? That's what I want to know. Can we call a spade a spade? Shade Borough has always been problematic, frustrating. It's taken this particular event to open the eyes to the fuckery that's been present from day one. I've been saying that. Who's that? Yasmin. Give that like right there. Give that like. What else? What's this right here? So it says right here, Shade Borough removed the pic so quickly. What's this right here? No. Oh. This one says, I've had Shade Borough blocked for years. What a mess. Yep. What's this one? So this one, Young Teflon. People love to complain about that page on IG, but never unfollow them. The outrage means nothing if you're still contributing to their numbers and clicks. Clearly, you just love the drama. Yeah, man. Everyone loves drama, but they pretend they don't have like 800 mutuals following them on Insta. My God, GN. Anywho. The girl is no one. I've been calling for Shade Borough and any variant of its kind to crumble from the beginning of time. Negative vibes. Bloody hell. Crumble to the end of time. I like that right there. This was poetry. I'm going to say... I'm going to say absolute poetry. This is what you can see me. I'm typing in real life, people. I'm put absolute poetry, people. There you go. I spelled absolute wrong. I spelled poetry wrong. Absolute poetry. I love that right there. I like that right there. That was crumble. Let me read that. I've been calling people. I've been calling for the shade. Hold on. Let me record this shit right here. This is beautiful. I've been calling for the Shade Borough and any variant of its kind to crumble from the beginning of time. Negative vibes. Oh, love that right there. Anyway, what it says, Queenie, we got Queenie. My head still can't. What's this? My head still can't get around the fact that Will and Helena have been putting Jason Arday's face. So that's their name, Will and Helena. Jason Arday's face on their post as a selling point, and then had the cheek to post about his passing. I honestly can't believe it. I don't care if they are journalist page. The Shade Borough have played a big part. What has happened to Jason? My lord, people. I'm gonna say Queenie made a stream. Give a round of applause to Queen A. Miss Queen A. Anyway, people. What's it? The bouncer outed Shade Borough just to become them. God damn it. That was in 2025, people. That's Father Mayor right there. Father. You have to go Father. Mayor. Anyway, people being more concerned about Shade Borough than the mainstream news outlets with far greater reach is genuinely interesting. Some of these popular outlets are far more poisonous. My gosh. And what else we got going on? So, people, why does everybody hate the Shade Borough? Do you hate the Shade Borough? Let me know. My gosh, we're gonna close up in a bit, but we've been surfing the timeline, figuring out why does everybody hate the Shade Borough? Why has it become the beacon for black voices? What else? I'm gonna see if I missed anything else, people. Have I missed anything else? Oh yeah, I was gonna look at this right here. We say we want better media, what am I doing? We say we want better media, but don't support the media that actually tell grassroots stories. We chastise online platforms like Shade Borough, but it's following outshadows the majority of other black British media combined. So what is the truth? So this is Ronke Lawor. Excuse me if I'm pronouncing your name wrong, madam. Let's look at this right here.
Do black Brits
Let's look at this right here.
really, really, really want serious media?
No, people. No, we want Nope. I answered it straight away. No, it's simple. It's very simple, man. Blacks in the UK do not want no positive media in the UK. They don't want it. If they did, if they did want positive grassroots media, they should be on the Voice platform. You get what I'm saying? The Voice platform should have 1 million followers, but we know why the Voice platform don't have 1 million followers. It's not hard, you know.
I am not a respectability politician. Some people might think I am, but I'm not.
Yeah.
I like my juicy gossip. I like hot gossip. But there's something to be said about the types of media that the black British audience likes to consume. And I wish we'd be honest about it.
We like TMC, people, UK Hip Hop Daily, Just Bait. Lads Bible ain't black, but everybody goes on Lads Bible. Hackney, who remembers bloody Hackney Finest? These people still gonna don't forget that was the fucking, excuse my French, that was the Shade Borough before the Shade Borough. Don't forget, people, Hackney Finest. Tell me if I'm bloody wrong.
I don't think we're being honest about it. I think we I think we like to have this idea of kind of perceived respectability. Some people do that because they worry about what white people think about them, the white audience, the white media, whatever might think about them. But
hold on, let me see what's going on. I think I did like a rant down the page. Yeah, I did like a rant.
mainstream media has tabloid. It exists, has tabloid, has gossip, has reality TV. Media comes in various forms and iterations. And there's no point in trying to be snobbish or snootish. I personally, I love my reality TV. I love Real Housewives, Atlanta, Potomac, Married to Medicine. I know they're all American shows. I'm down bad. I love my shows.
Yep.
And I like a little bit of gist. I like gist. I'm human. Because I don't gossip normally, you know.
Okay, let's skip a bit.
What is it that they really want?
Hold on, let's go
and
back.
How the black British audience consumes.
Oh, let's
we
go
need a
back
little
on.
bit. It's a bit of that entertainment. But then it gets to the point, though, sometimes where, speaking specifically about black British media consumption and how the black British audience consumes media, what is it that they really want? Let's be honest. Because it's not to say that they're not iterations of...
You want entertainment, people. Yeah. The blacks in the UK want entertainment. You need to entertain them. You need to know how to present the information to the blacks in the UK, everyone. You understand? You need to know how they want the information, but you need to know how to present the information to them in an entertaining way.
Serious media, long form media. Okay, we might not have that many options, but we have some great journalists and platforms right now. We've got the Community Reporter, we've got Black Current News, we've got Black Ballad, we've got The Voice newspaper.
People, let's be all the way one honest. If you're black in the UK, you're not going on any of them goddamn platforms. Let's keep it all. If you're gonna be an old person to go on that. I'm keeping it all the way 100. I'm just saying how it is, because these platforms, they're probably black owned or whatever, and they produce grassroots article about your history, about the Caribbean, about Africa and this and that. Yeah. But I just said blacks want to be entertained. We learned that in school. If it was in school, if it was a school setting, and we was forced to read a Voice newspaper or go on Black Current News and whatever. Yeah, cool. But when it comes to this internet game now, the algorithm, the internet feeds on the bullshit. That's the number one rule. The internet is a hateful place. We don't care about the history and all that. People want to crash out when it comes to the internet. That's the only thing you need to remember when it comes to this internet shit. Excuse my language. It's just figuring out how do you present, this is my opinion, how do you present the knowledge in a digestible way for the younger audience to consume? My God, bars. You see how I just pieced them up off top. Anyway.
And then on the more tabloid side, we've got Shade Borough, and then various iterations of social media content creators who give us news in their own way or share gist in their own way. And if you look at the stats, if you look at the engagement, if you look at the numbers, if you look at the following, what is the most popular type of content and media that speaks to black Brits? Like we had, I think it was Black Canvas podcast, which was really good because Black Canvas spoke about politics. And
is it the responsibility? if you're black and you just happen to have a platform that's big, is it your responsibility to feed the black community black information? Why can't you just be an entertainment platform and just be seen as an entertainment platform? Why does Shade Borough have to be the voice for the blacks in the UK? Let me know. My gosh.
Shared Black British experience, and that's no longer with us. I think there's a multitude of them. There've been some really great podcasts, right?
Yeah.
And they don't really exist anymore. One, partly because of capacity, but also because some of you people you're not consuming. Some of you lot aren't consuming.
No, I think it's a bit of that, and there's a bit of, if we're not consuming, it means that the content that you're putting out is trash. That's all it is. That's why if they disappeared, it means that they're folded. They're not built for these internet streets. This is that simple. You understand what I'm saying, people? It's not that we're not consuming because we're not interested in the bullshit that you're putting out. That's all it is. That's all it is. And if you can't feed the streets, you will bloody crumble in these goddamn internet streets. Put out better shit. Get your content game up, man. God damn it.
You're not supporting. Is it because you find it boring?
Yep.
And I believe it should exist. So my thing...
This should exist, but you need to create good content of value.
Is
You need to create content that people care about.
Right
And
now.
if you can't create content that people don't care about, then make an exodus off the goddamn internet. Get your 9 to 5, work your job, pay your bills, look after your family. That's all.
Now, this YouTube channel, as I'm speaking to you right now, hasn't got the biggest numbers. I need to kind of nudge, tweak the content. I get it. I'm being honest. I want to have conversation with my people. So I'm going to nudge, twist, make it adapt. Nobody can say I'm not adaptable. I'm adaptable. But I'm also conscious that my numbers are not going to reflect the numbers of certain other kinds of content, because I don't really want to talk about certain... I don't want to turn myself, in all honesty, I don't want to turn myself into a caricature. This is not an indirect, this is not a diss to anybody out there. But it is specifically, I don't want to become a clown for clout. So I just want to speak about the real things that
People, without the clout, you can't do shit in these internet streets. I'm telling you that. I think number one, when people come on the internet, you need to ask yourself a question. What are you doing on the internet? Are you here to run joke? Are you here to be a chatty patty? Are you here to make money? What is the reason for you to be on the internet? Is the internet your downtime? Do you treat the internet as your personal playground, your personal time? Like, what are you doing on the internet? What are you doing on Twitter? What are you doing on Instagram? What are you doing? So ask yourself that question. If you're on the internet to make money, my God, capitalism has no moral base. I might actually do a stream on that, actually.
Experience and my community experiences, but
That's a good topic.
boring. Maybe there are other ways of doing it, and I need to explore that. But if we talk about the media, so let me separate myself. When we look at the media landscape, can we start to have an honest conversation about Black British media consumption and the Black British media landscape? Because as it stands...
Here's another question. Who do you consider Black British media? What do you consider? Like, who are the people? Can people name, can the average black person in the UK name 10 black journalists? This off top. That's the question. That's a good goddamn question I have. Oh, that shit. I'm gonna make a screenshot. Oh, what did you say now?
British media landscape and about Black British media consumption and the Black British media landscape. Because as it stands, some of the best pieces that I've read recently are black journalists, aside from some of the ones I've listed, but black journalists who are on mainstream media platforms, like The Guardian, for example.
And then again, you're talking about this new generation of people that don't read. Ain't nobody picking up names. When the last time you seen a 15-year-old kid with a newspaper in a goddamn hand that worked at the goddamn Metro? When the last time you seen like a teen or a kid pick up a magazine, let alone a newspaper, that pick up a magazine or pick up one of those magazines from the corner shop? They don't even print out XXL magazine or Vibe magazines anymore. I don't think so. People can't read, especially when you get statistics coming out this year saying that kids are leaving school unable to read. People ain't reading. If you're a reader, you would know about these black journalists and these black media platforms. Because usually readers do the due diligence to inform themselves of what's going on in the community or what's going on nationwide or whatever. But when you got a generation of people that get their information solely from Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, why read an article that probably take you 10 minutes, or someone that can't read, when you can just watch a YouTube short for 1 minute and get all the information right there? The Voice newspaper and all these papers that she mentioned are competing with people that can conciliate, bloody hell, conciliate. My gosh, I can't even say the goddamn word. I'm tired, people. My God. You get what I'm saying? Why read a newspaper when you can watch a YouTube short that's 5 minutes and can get all the information within 5 minutes? That's the competition that The Voice, these black legacy media outlets are up against.
Or The Independent, or the I News, iPaper. And then obviously you've got the BBC if you look at content. But then what ends up happening is these media institutions hold the keys to power.
Yeah.
So they pick and choose who they want to hire.
Yeah.
And it's very much about the same kind of names. But those names, there's some of these black journalists, when they put pen to paper, boy, can write.
Yeah.
But let me not digress. They are good. We have talent in this country. But they're being commissioned, and I guess they're being employed by these institutions, which is fair. But then if you wanted to look at the independent landscape,
why aren't they being employed by The Voice newspaper then? Why is the reason why The Voice newspaper don't have how many I think they got like 50,000 followers on Twitter. I'm gonna look right now. I'm gonna look right now. So on Twitter they got 52,000. Let me see what they got on Instagram. God damn it. It gave me the goddamn Voice. I don't want that bullshit. I've got to go on a website. They'll go on the website and find a bloody... Here's the Instagram. So they got 50... So they got 50,000 on Twitter, 60,000... And I have I've got no mutuals following The Voice newspaper. You know, I'm going to check my personal account and see who's following. I will know. I done said, I I swear I said on the timeline that all these black media outlets that's been around here for years, ain't nobody was following them. You weren't following them before Jason was alive, and you weren't following them after. So people don't actually give a shit. People just want to be Twitter warriors and just type, but they're not actually. They don't want the information because the information is not entertaining to them. That's all it is. Not saying the information is bad, but I'm just looking. Looking. I need to follow them, bloody hell. But I don't really F with IG like that. Anywho, where was that lady now? Who is?
Of Black British.
You know, I'm gonna leave it right there. Clap your hands. So who's that? Who's this right here? So she's a PR and comms consultant and founder of. Okay then. Is it Ranke? Is it Ranke? Something like that. Anywho, people. Anywho. There you go, people. There you go. This live stream was Rage Against the Media. Against the shade, everyone. My gosh, we're gonna end it right there. Oh yeah, people. Internet people, don't forget. If you hit the link in the description, IHateEveryone.co.uk. We're going to. If we take it to the landing page, go grab yourself. You can grab yourself a t-shirt, but go grab yourself a mug right there, people. Look at that. The Internet Court of Public Opinion mug right there, everybody. Fantastic. Yeah. Grab yourself a nice mug, shipping worldwide. Thank you. And people, that's it, man. That's it. I am your host, Detective H. This is the Internet Court of Public Opinion. Thank you for joining me. Don't forget to hit that like, hit that sub, hit that follow. Also, people.
Tell your friends about me.
Yeah, people, and see you next time, everybody. My gosh, I'm out of here. I'm gonna make myself another cup of tea and go lie down. So see you in a bit.